Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Kondaja here. Welcome back to Formula One 2019. Sitting across from our good friend, our buddy, our pal, Kimi Räikkönen, who is our teammate here at Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo? Who the heck says it like that, Cone? How about Alfa Romeo? Ramo. I'm such a loser. Let's go to our contract negotiations. And it looks like our value is currently slightly above that of the proposed contract, but we're going to want to change that.
It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms.
All right, and the default one that they've given us, or just the one they've given us, is a 12th qualifying 16th race. I really feel like that's not right. Second driver, that's probably right. Hard team goal, a level 2 race bonus, level 1 upgrade speed, level 2 pit stop, level 1 simultaneous development, and that has significantly less value than our value. Okay. Well, let me lower expectations for qualifying and up them for the race. Let's try to get those to be a little bit more symmetrical, I think. Honestly, I've been struggling more with qualifying than I have with the races, and I feel pretty confident being high mid-pack at this point. I see no reason why we can't be there, at least on occasion. I'm going to go down to the medium team goal because I was losing resource points on missing those. Race bonus, I want as many resource points as possible. Level 2 might be all we could really barter for right now. Upgrade speed, if we can get level 2 upgrade speed, I would be happy. Let's try this on for size. This is probably going to be overshooting it.
Okay, that proposal looks good. It seems all parties are happy with the deal, so it'll commence at the next race weekend.
Alright, it looks like I actually had way more on the table. I thought that was a pretty spicy contract, but I very much so underestimated how strict they were going to be on this. Okay, well, I'm not disappointed. I just wish I had tried for more. Alright. Out of here. We have 917 resource points to spend this week. And let's see, R&D in progress. We got something in the chassis already ready to go. Let's go back here. And oh, I have Track IR open, that's why. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't use F7. Track IR overrides that. 1 second. There we go. Alright, R&D tree. 917. We won't be able to do this. Actually, we could because we have simultaneous development now, right? No, because this is beyond the tree. Aerodynamics, let's see, we got a 3-weeker on the rear wing, but that's 1,000 points. I don't have 1,000 points. We have a 1-weeker on the front wing, that's a 520. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this. No, I'm not. Let's do 1 engine power upgrade. I feel like now is the time. Let's get the ball rolling over here. That'll be ready for Spain. That leaves us with 417. Is that enough to get the gearbox upgrade? It is not. Alright, so I really need to prioritize getting some resource points. Like I said, I was missing out on them not hitting those, what were they called? Challenge goals or whatever they were, because they were practice program based. That'll get re-rolled this time. It won't be that way. So we should get more resource points through this contract. Alright. Let's head off to the next race weekend, which I think will be Spain? Yes, indeed. Probably within my top 5 favorite tracks of the calendar, so looking for big things here. Here's what I'm thinking for Spain. I'm going to go for a 5-6 on the downforce. I'm going to go with a pretty loose differential on off throttle. What I really want here is a lot of turn in. There's some very slow turns here that it's extremely important to get that thing rotated down to the apex as quickly as possible. So I want to make sure when I'm off throttle, that thing will rotate really well down into the turns. Suspension wise, a decent amount of camber, but I'm pulling out some toe because I again want that good, really sharp turn in. And then suspension wise, kind of soft in the springs, medium in the sway bars, and a really low ride height because this track is nice and smooth. We're keeping that rear brake bias up, and that's pretty much it. Let's head out for the track acclimatization.
We'll make the changes you requested.
Thanks, Jeff. And see how we did. Hopefully I come up to speed really quick here. I don't know what it is with this track, but it's one that's really come around to me over the years. At first, I was kind of turned off by the modified layout, in that the extra chicane here, as well as the kind of squared off turn before, took a little bit of the fun of the track away, but still enjoy it quite a lot. Kind of slowly come up to speed here. Got my car volume a little too low. A little bit of rear brake lock up there. And a little bit of a slide on exit. This is probably going to be a tricky turn without traction control, especially later in a run. Later in a run when the tires are getting dicey. Long into here. They let me have it. Not perfect though. Nice. Pretty good through there. A little too much oversteer on exit. Now let's see how it's doing down here in these slow turns. This is where I commonly have problems with a car that doesn't want to rotate. This one's so far kind of wanting to over-rotate, which I'm not really upset by. There's a lot I can do with my inputs to help the car with its over-rotation, but if it just wants to understeer all the time, there's only so much I can do. Oh, we were 5 points away from perfect. I'm gonna try and go for it. Oh man, I missed that braking point. And I'm green here too. This is not a good start. Gotta start racking some purples up. A little bit later into here. Nice. Let it wash wide. I figured that might be green on entry. Had that happen a time or two here. Nice, there's a good string of purple. Is that too slow? Yep. I feel like I'm definitely going to be struggling with grip through here. May need to back down the lock on the differential a bit on acceleration. Might have still been good enough. It's an awful lot of purple in there. Yeah, alright. Good deal. That's a good start to the weekend. Car feels pretty good. Got all our new parts on board. Got a little bit of a power boost as well. Not that I don't think we were really earning on power, but extra power isn't going to be a detriment ever. Alright, good deal. We gotta hope that there's not gonna be any rain in this race. Spain is one of those tracks that it likes to rain at, especially in game. And man, how about my call last week where I was making predictions about what would happen in Germany because it was so far before the actual race weekend? A lot of the things I said came true. So, I don't know, the same thing's gonna happen here in Hungary, so I can't believe that Toro Rosso won a race this season. Who would have thought? I would never have guessed it would happen. All right, that one might be stretching the truth. All right, out here doing laps for the race strategy program. Feeling pretty good so far. So no, seriously, how about that German Grand Prix in real life? It's a pretty good show. That's the race we've all been kind of waiting for years. Funny how I was like, you know, it just so rarely actually rains in real F1, and then instantly a rain race. So you're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. I provided that show for all of you by saying that. But quite a show it was. Happy for mostly. Here's two things I'm happy for. Very happy that Honda is seeing repeated good performance. I think their first, you know, victory with Red Bull was kind of tainted, but now it's very much so a real thing, and people are gonna take them, you know, seriously, and that's cool. I'm really happy for them. Not only to get Max another victory, but to get Toro Rosso up there with Kvyat on the podium. It's cool stuff. Also really glad that Vettel had himself a little bit of a recovery, a bit of a return to form, and more than anything, just to shut up some people. Because he really did quite well in that race. And then continued heartbreak for Leclerc. He's gonna get his break, though. I really do feel like Leclerc is somebody we're gonna be talking about in Formula One for a long time to come. I'm really looking forward to this seemingly set up, at least three-way battle between three people, kind of, I don't know, of a new generation, just a new flavor of Formula One driver, with Leclerc and then Verstappen, as well as Norris, and there's others as well, you know, kind of making their name known right now. But I don't know, it just kind of feels like the rising of a new guard right now, and that's cool. It's cool to kind of see that stuff develop. It's been, although Mercedes has not made this year the most interesting Formula One season to watch, I think it's still been a really great season so far. It's been entertaining. It's been fun watching, you know, other things develop, even if it's not necessarily, you know, new teams, you know, winning, or nothing's really shaken up to knock Mercedes off the throne. It's still interesting to see them performing as well as they are, but everything that is happening behind them going weird is equally as entertaining, if not more. Alright, this car's feeling really good. I do feel like up here I can use some more grip at around this speed. You see how it's always wanting to kick out right there? I have no idea what to do to bring that some relief. Thinking about maybe softening up the rear ARB to help it with its transitional load spreading. I don't title these practice videos and qualifying videos, but if I did, that would be it. Let's practice getting on a pit road. This is a tricky one. There we go. So at the end of the day, I did end up backing down on the differential just a little bit. I also went ahead and took some of that rear anti-roll bar out. Getting better, but I wouldn't say it's perfect. I really struggled with the qualifying pace. I was only able to do up to a good qualifying result. They're only asking for like a 17th here, so apparently the team thinks we're a little down on pace around this track. So that'll be interesting moving forward. I think we are going to move forward to qualifying now.
You join us today at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for what's bound to be a really hectic qualifying as the teams compete to set the best lap times.
Is that what qualifying's for? I didn't know. Alright, so this is Q1. Let's hit the track early here, because I don't really feel fantastic about our chances. Judging by the practice, although the car felt good, I was very happy with it, especially in race trim. It did not feel too great in qualifying trim, so I need to get out here early, see where we stand, and this might be a 3-run kind of day if we need to. Q2 is now a permanent goal for me, especially at tracks that I think I'm okay at. It's going to be a little bit of a double-edged sword from here on out as far as what I expect from a weekend. Sometimes it might not be very much, but at tracks that I feel like I'm pretty good at, like this one, I'm going to be really expecting a points-paying weekend to some degree. Boy, that got away from me there. I got to remember that qualifying mode will give us a little bit more power, so it's easy to step out a line and have the rear come around. I'm working on trying to get some stability through here. Got a Mercedes right behind me, that's uncomfortable. Been losing time through here, struggling to get down to the power. I don't know which Mercedes this is behind me, but they are not going to be happy at what I've done to their lap. Wasn't a full disaster of a lap, but it certainly wasn't very good. Gives us a basis. 121.6 Russ, 120.6 for Bottas, or 120 point something. Either way, he was much quicker. Yeah, I'm probably going to go to the pits. I can't really do any major changes now, but I definitely still feel like I need a little bit more stability on transition. I'm not too sure how to get there. Alright, out one more time for Q1 at least. Hopefully just one more time. We're not in as bad a position as I thought, so I really just need to take that first lap and clean it up. I don't need to find a lot more pace, I just need to find my way around a little cleaner, and that should give us all the time we need. Car feels really good through here. One of the best I've had through here, actually, over the years. It's not till we get to the slower sections that it kind of starts to lose its way. Bit wide there, but not the end of the world. Got back to the power really well. Very wide there, though. So again, it wasn't the end of the world. Boy, I've just been dancing with oversteer the whole lap, but somehow it hasn't come undone yet. This is a very busy track. Hard to communicate words and drive.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Not a bad pickup there. Down to 121.0. That might be good enough to get us through. I'm gonna have to watch it. Quite surprised. Seems like our pace today is fine for as dire as it was looking in practice. Not sure what to make of that. Early days though, there's still 8 minutes left in the session. We could tumble down real quickly. We didn't actually tumble down at all. We stay there in P6. I knew this was a good track for me. I don't understand why the team thought we would be so bad, and I couldn't even get close to target time, which by the way was better than the time I just turned in Q1 in the practice qualifying program. It just seems like they've really missed the mark on the pace this weekend. I'm not sure. But Kimi's out in Q1, and we're way up the field in Q1. Quite confusing. I guess I'll just have to see how that goes in Q2. Might we be looking at our first Q3 today? Maybe. But like I said, it just wasn't really looking that good. It didn't look like there was any hope for it in practice. And even that first lap in Q1 didn't feel very, very sporty. Alright, we gotta be sensible about this though. We can't just run the car into the ground trying to make it to Q3 and then have bad tires to start the race on. Honestly, we'd probably be in better shape if we qualified 11th. That would probably be the best position for us to start. Because I highly doubt it would be like top 6. And if you're not top 6, you kind of want to be in 11th. Running down into turn 1. Bit too much curve there. So we'll definitely have 2 runs, because that was a pretty big bobble in an area where I've been gaining time. That's too bad, because it was a really nice clean run into here. Pretty clean run through here too. It's a shame we had that mistake in the first turn. A little bit of cloud cover might help us out. Get a little greasiness out of the track. Stepping out a bit right there, as it likes to do. It's not good though, because you get the tires hot. It doesn't want to launch out of here well. Yep. See how far from that 21 we are. 21.3. Respectable. We're gonna need more than that. We'll probably wait till late in the session to give it another run. Oh. Because we used 2 sets in Q1, we didn't have another set for this session. Oh. I don't want to... The last thing I would want to do is attempt to put a better lap in on tires with wear, because I don't want to start on those tires. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out on mediums and just see what happens. Let's do a flying lap. If we do happen to improve and we do happen to make it to Q3, then we're in great shape. And if we don't, then I think we're still pretty much where we wanted to be anyway. I mean, I'm currently sitting P7 with a minute to go on the clock. So there's not a 0% chance we'll make it through. Just not a very good chance. I'd say there's pretty much a 0% chance that we're going to do a better time on these tires, but again, it's not 0. I'll know by the time I get out of this first turn complex. I don't think so. It's close, but I don't think we're going to be able to improve with these tires. Nope. It just can't. It can't hold the loads that... Well, they've done terrible at being able to flick the car. Like, usually you can drop the clutch and the car will pivot on that, but the physics just freaks out when that happens. Alright, so we stand where we stand. Well, shoot dang, we're going to Q3 today. I did not expect that. Alright, well, I don't really know what to make of this. I'm glad I didn't try to do another run on the softs, because if we'd improved that time, we'd be so screwed in the race. I almost feel like I've made a little bit of a mistake making it to Q3, but we'll just have to see what happens. It might be good. We might get like P6. I feel like there's a 20 in the car if I hit all the turns exactly right. Try not to get too much heat in the tires before we get to the line. Just coasting around. So much for that. So much for that. Let's drive it right down into turn 1. Ooh, that was really good. That was probably the best first turn complex I've turned all weekend. Oh, and it got out of there really nice as well. Down to the inside curve, onto the gas. Yes, this is so far been one of my best laps. A little bit wide right there, but nothing big. On the DRS. Oh, back to the gas, really nice there too. Feel like I could have gotten a bit more through there, but I honestly feel like that's the best lap. Oh my gosh, it was a 21-2. I thought it was going to be so much better than that. It felt amazing. Well, and that's already got us down to P6. I don't know that I'm going to get much more out of it. I got another set of tires to use, but I don't know. Is it worth it? I'll have to make that decision. Oh, we don't have another set to use. Huh. I guess because we used 2 sets in the first session, that pretty much means you get no extra sets for the rest of qualifying. We used our extra set in Q1. Well, I wish I'd used mediums in Q1 then. That's fine. That's fine. I should have made note of that before I got us to this point. That would have been the smart thing to do. Alright, well, we'll see where that ends us. We'll go ahead and just play through the rest of the session.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Hamilton, Bottas and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Alright, P9 on the day. I'll take it. It's something, this race strategy. But boy howdy, this race strategy is going to be interesting here, because we're going to be starting on the soft for the first time. So we might be going log on soft to hard. We might have to do soft medium hard, soft medium medium. Who knows? Who knows what the race will hold for us? This should be really good for our rivalry stuff. Yeah, leading them both. Very nice. Resource points. Team is very happy. Good stuff. Surprised there was no interviews.
I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
I would definitely call that a successful qualifying. So for a good race tomorrow, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.